conversation, and
Yeah,
now we're
and
going to the next thing.
we're finishing the little recap here. So he doesn't know who or what the Black Spider is. Gundren had a map showing the secret location of the Wave Echo Cave, but the goblins took it when they captured him. Sildar believes that Clark sent the map and the dwarf to the chief of the Cragmaws at a place called Cragmaw Castle. Sildar doesn't know where that might be, but he suggests that someone in Phandalin might know. And then his contact in Phandalin is the human wizard named Diarno Albric, the one that he's hoping to meet up with. He traveled to the town 2 months ago, and he's to help establish order there. After the Lord's Alliance received no word from Iarno, Sildar decided to investigate. And then that's when he tells you that he's intending to continue on to Phandalin because it's the nearest settlement, and he's offered to pay you all 50 gold pieces to provide an escort. Although he has no money on him, he says that he can secure a loan to pay the characters within a day of arriving in Phandalin. But first, he hopes that you'll help put a stop to the goblin raids by clearing out the rest of the caves. And then, because you all healed him up, he does grab one of the goblins' scimitars and, light like leather doublet and a shield.
Yeah.
He's anxious to reach Phandalin, but he does join as an NPC party member. Now, this is where I have to read and do a little bit of research. So I'll let you all make all important decisions. They are a protagonist. If you ask the NPC for advice or direction, just remember that NPCs can make mistakes as well. They won't deliberately put themselves in harm's way unless there's a really good reason to do so. So he's like not going to take an arrow to the knee for you
That's
unless he
Sildar,
absolutely
right?
has to. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
He won't be treating all of you the same way. Uh, as
So
the,
in the face from
What does
him
that
too.
mean?
Okay.
it means he might have different feelings about like a half elf versus a dragonborn.
Oh, cool. I could
He
set him
doesn't
on
like
fire if he fucks up too much. So like, should have thought about that. I breathe fire.
It says, as the NPC, I'm reading, this is for me, but I'll read it out loud. As an NPC gets to know the characters, I get to think about which characters the NPC likes the most, which ones he likes the least, and I get to let those likes and dislikes affect how he interacts with each party member.
Okay.
What was the acronym? NPC?
Non-player
Non-playable
character.
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 Non-player. Okay.
Okay, and then as far as the what happened in the cave, I'll give you a reminder, although I shouldn't. Bojack tripped and fell off the escarpment and broke his neck. Uh, Umbra dropped a bunch of ball bearings down the stairs and tripped up some gerblins, and they fell off and broke their necks. And uh, Theowulf did his best impression of the guy that uses the puppets, the ventriloquist, and distracted two of the gerblins that left the cave. And now the party gets to decide what they want to do.
Are we still the on the bridge or
On
beside the
The
bridge where we were? Have we crossed the bridge?
we're up on the escarpment.
You're on the escarpment inside of one of the rooms past the bridge.
Past the bridge.
That was the
Okay.
first room, right? And then there's
Yeah.
another room on the
And
right.
then there was another room further down in the cave.
So
Okay.
I guess we need to go to that next room quietly
And then
with
we
my
should
Or
be on
sword
the lookout.
hidden in my sheath so it doesn't.
or we could go through the doors that those two gerblins went through and go ahead and track them down and get rid of them.
So
Let me
your
close the door.
your surroundings are the two dwarves went out the door that you all came in. There's only one entrance and exit to the room that you're
So
in.
that is the door
The
that we're
two
going to be going out.
gerblins.
Yeah.
Did they go on down further into the cave, or did they go
you
back the
you
way
don't
we came from?
you don't know because you were on the escarpment and they just walked out in the direction because they heard the voices.
So they're
Do we wanna,
probably
do we
So they
want to
could
set
be
up an
behind
ambush
us
in this room and you want to do your ventriloquist thing again?
and bring them back in.
yeah, let's
Be
do
like,
that. You set up a set up
it's
an
all good.
ambush.
Come in here. Let's get out.
What do you think,
Yeah,
T?
and
I mean, Umbra.
I'll impersonate their gerbil later.
What?
Sounds like it could work.
Okay.
All right.
So we're
gonna
going to
range
try and get those
ourselves.
two gerblins back in here so we can dispatch of them.
So we're gonna range ourselves kind of just by the door, but out so that you
Hidden.
can't see where we are until you get in the.
Yeah, and instead of actually having to fight with them, we want to set a trap that'll kill them.
Okay.
Do we have any traps? Or what? Tier
Check.
or wait, crap. What's your
Umbra.
Umbra? Oh yeah. Sorry. Umbra, do you have any traps?
I do not.
Do you have the ability to make traps?
Uh, is anyone good at setting up like a rope trap? Because I have rope.
I have a net. It's Marshall Special thrown range is 5 to 15 feet. But that's not going to kill them. It's just going to catch them.
Well, yeah, but when they're in there, we can stab them.
Other than that, I don't think I have any.
The only other things I could think of is I have some oil and we could set up a fire trap.
What do I have in my backpack? Let me see, a crowbar, a hammer, whatever a piton is, or python, or whatever. I've got food. I've got rope in the box, a torch, a water skin.
What do we see? Like the door leading out. Is there any kind of? Is it just wall, or what's right above the door on the wall?
If you go outside, Feely.
You're still on the escarpment, like tearing down your camp. So you can see the entrance to the room. No, like all you can see is like it's a door.
Yeah, on the inside of our, on the inside
Oh,
of the room, above the door. Well, like, is it just cave wall? What is it?
It's like a cave wall entrance. It's not like an actual door. So it's an open entryway that's, we'll say, 20 feet by like 10 feet.
Okay. So then there's not really any way to. We're not gonna be able to make a trapper with. We could just like you could be ready to throw your net. And it'll
Okay.
Oh,
You
what's
guys be ready to fight me.
what's the cantrip? What does that mean?
A cantrip is
doesn't-
a spell you can cast that doesn't use
Yeah.
a spell slot.
Okay, yeah, that's what.
You have to go outside, Feely.
So like
Umber has
because
to
you have
let
a
the
limited
dog
amount of spell
out
slots
of
you
the
can
cave.
use before you rest. So you gotta keep
Yeah.
track of that because you don't want to waste them all. But the cantrips you can just go ham.
So throwing the net, what kind of does that take like a special thing like
I would make you use probably an athletics check.
athletics? I'm a +3
Yeah,
on
that's pretty decent.
athletics. Of course, on stealth, I'm a +4.
Is there?
I'm not very deceptive.
Can you change your mic function to push to talk, Tiara?
She stepped away for a second.
Oh, because whenever whenever you talk, you also come through her mic,
Okay.
and it makes it kind of difficult to hear exactly what you're saying.
They're wanting to know if you can make your mic push talk, because when I talk, it comes through your mic. Or maybe if you sit over there and we're not so close, like you sit in front of the TV. Just gonna try getting further away from me. Did he go out?
Sounds like there's food.
Yeah.
There's
Did you
not.
give it to him?
No, Edgar's not eating yet.
Oh, he's still. What is he doing on the table?
Here's the food.
Oh.
All right, so we want to set up by the door.
Yeah, so we probably just create a diversion to draw them back into the ring, and everyone be set up just to shoot them as they step in, cause the initial attack, and hopefully we could take them down. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, with the added of right when they come in, hopefully Catclaw will be able to net them.
Yep. Okay.
So far, my shooting skills have not.
Okay. So I'm going to use my ventriloquism talent, and I'm going to emulate the voice of their Gerblin captain, and I'm going to call them back into the ring.
As
Okay.
as Theowolf does this,
Wait, he's got to do it.
Yeah, that was it.
You gotta say something to him though.
Did. That's a good one.
You don't speak Copeland, remember?
Oh yeah, I don't understand, but yeah,
That's
definitely.
that's Gerblish. You don't understand that.
Okay. So let me get this picture straight. Like, you all are chilling, like, just outside of the doorway, like on the stairs. Catclaw is ready with her net.
No. We are. If the door is here,
Yeah,
we're like on this side
Okay.
and this side of the door.
On
So we're
just
very
either
close to
side
the
of the
entrance,
door.
but on the sides of the door.
We're
Okay.
hiding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Theowolf just spoke to the Gerblins, and down the distance, down the hall, you hear. There it is again! It sounds like it's back in that room! You hear the rustling of footsteps, and the two Gerblins just, like, they're not very sneaky, they're not very bright, they just kind of walk straight through the entryway, barely looking left and right, just kind of straight ahead. And now, and they're kind of shoulder to shoulder walking. So Cat Clark, give me a athletics check.
What was that?
Do I get a reroll because of the laptop?
Are you away from your computer, Mom?
No, I had my mic up so I wouldn't vibrate.
It's like I
Okay.
can barely hear you.
It's like you sound like
I
you're
said,
underwater.
do I get a reroll if it goes under my laptop?
Oh.
All right, athletics. With the roll that went under the laptop, plus my athletics, I have a 7.
I don't even
Wow.
have to roll. So as they're like peeking
Yes,
around when they
you have
come
to
in, no, I don't. Their dexterity, like their base dexterity, is gonna beat that. So as you take your net and you wind up and you spin around shot put style to throw it, during your spin, one of your feet catches one of the holes in the net, and Cat Claw just goes, ah, and kind of trips and just throws the net completely into the ground, immediately gaining the attention of the Gerblins. But I will give the other 3 party members a free action attack.
Right.
Thank you.
Because you all did surprise them.
Okay.
So
We're really close to him.
I'd say.
Yeah, we're really close to him.
Yeah, like within 10 feet.
Okay. I cast Sacred Flame on one of them.
What do you need from me?
A dexterity saving throw you have to beat.
So, just to get this right, so for the goblins, their dexterity, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but it's 14 plus 2. So do I add that to my roll, or is a dexterity saving throw
If it's 14
just...
plus 2, then you would add plus 2 on whatever your roll is.
Okay. Then what's the 14 for?
The 14 is you have to meet that or take my damage.
Okay. So I do not meet it.
Okay, so then I roll a d8. 8.
Reginald holds his hand up and Dragon Ball Z style or Rasengan style, you can see the flame forming in his hand. And he goes, Firebolt! And he casts it, and it catches the one Gerblin right in the face. And out in the hallway, he accidentally fell into a puddle of oil. So his entire body immediately ignites into flames. And
just to clarify, I would say a Sacred Flame. Because Theoden has a Firebolt. We don't want.
Okay, so he says Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
And the first Gerblin bursts into flames and dies. Now Umbra and Theowolf have an action.
Okay. For future reference, I just discovered on my equipment sheet I do have a hunting trap.
All right. Next time.
I
It's
know.
probably only used for animals, though. I don't know. We can maybe modify. I don't know.
Goblins
Okay.
can be technically animals.
Okay, one down. Who's
Okay.
going?
I guess they all.
Okay. So I will.
And as a reminder, with the way that we're set up close to him, the reason I was asking is because I would not I was gonna use my crossbow, but we're too close, so you get like disadvantage if you try to shoot someone with a crossbow from like super close.
Right. Right. So
The scene folds as if slow motion.
well, I'm trying to get to my spells because I want to use my spell. I'm trying to navigate around my sheet. It's in equipment, right?
No, it's if you're looking at the section, it should be on the top of that thing you're looking at. To the left of inventory is spells.
Yeah. So I will cast a firebolt.
Okay.
So which die do I need?
You would roll hit die first.
Is that a 20 or?
Yeah, roll
it's a
20.
And then it'll.
Okay, I got a 5. That's good.
What's your hit? What does it say to the right of Firebolt? Under hit DC?
Plus 5.
Okay, so you rolled a 10 then.
So Theowolf, in all of his glory, very similar to Reginald, raises up his hand, and you see him start to conjure the fire within his hand, and he leans back like a professional baseball player and goes to throw it. And as he's doing it, he releases a little bit too late and just throws the fireball straight into the ceiling. And Umbra, it is your turn.
Time to stab, I guess.
It's probably not a terrible idea.
So I would roll the 20-sided die.
Yep. So you, the action's always you roll for hit to see if it hits, and then if it does hit, then you get to roll for damage.
So what do I have to meet to hit?
And then we don't know.
You just roll, and then I'll tell you if it hits or not.
I rolled a 17.
A 17 hits.
And which die do I roll?
And then if you look under your actions, whatever you were trying to stab,
You would be attacking with your rapier, I assume. So you would roll 1d8 and then add 1.
So,
Yep.
Feely, what are you doing, Poppy?
So roll
9?
1d8. Yep.
Not 9, 6. I rolled the wrong die.
6?
Yep.
The second Gerblin, after watching his friend almost spontaneously combust, it looked like, just kind of getting his bearings, and notices the rest of the party, and just as he's getting his bearings, he got kind of caught off guard watching the other firebolt hit the ceiling. He wasn't sure where it was coming from, and then he turns around and he makes eye contact with Umbra, and she lunges forward and stabs him directly through the shoulder, causing massive damage. But he is he might be bloody, but he's still alive. And now I need an initiative.
yep. So then roll a d20 and then add whatever your initiative is, which is to the left of your armor class.
I have an initiative 17.
Dang.
22.
I'll be right back. The dog needs something.
So we got a 17, a 22. Mom, Dad,
Yeah.
initiative.
What?
Roll the 20 and then add whatever the initiative is on your card. It's next to your armor class.
I got a total of 9.
Okay. Dad?
I got a 7 with a +3, so that's 10.
Okay. It is
Yeah, thank you.
Reginald's action.
A sacred flame.
Of course.
Roll me the dex.
Come on.
Nope. And
oh,
1 damage.
well, that's apparently some of the oil when his compatriot was caught on fire splashed on him as well, because just a glimmer of your sacred flame like makes contact with his shoulder, but it's enough to completely engulf him as well. And he falls over dead.
All right.
2 down.
Can
And
we?
who knows?
Do they have their life savings on their body?
They do not.
Did anything survive the magic?
Nothing has survived. You have cleared out this particular area.
Is there anything on the goblins that's retrievable?
No,
have
they don't have anything worthwhile.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Do we want to use their burned and mangled bodies as an intimidation tactic for later?
Mm,
Yeah, no. That's
That's dark.
fine.
Didn't Gerblins have poisonous blood?
No, it was just that one.
It's like he had a special disease. The one
Hey.
gremlin.
He had a really bad encounter with a witch, and she wasn't too happy with him.
So I guess I had the only vial of poisonous Gerblin blood.
Yeah.
we'll have to use it sparingly. Okay. So
Feeling. Okay.
we're we're a little bit down the path that we came through on.
Yep. There
So
should be a room a little further down
Okay.
and to the right.
Here,
Yep,
I'm gonna share something in Discord real quick for you all to see.
Well, is it the actual map or is it?
It's the map that's in my brain.
Okay.
So yes, it's the actual map.
Okay. Because the last time it was a little weird. We were like, this is it, but not.
this is not a real map. It is just a geographical suggestion.
Okay, so that's the stream that you all followed. There's the bridge that you all went past. The way that you came from is south, and then it kind of the stream pulls up right there, with a little dam at the end where the circle is, and then the cave starts to slope up a little bit and go to the right, and that's the next room. I made the corner a little bit sharp, but you could actually see the second room.
It. How do I view that?
In Discord. I shared it
yeah,
in general.
It's where all of our names are, just above it is general with hashtag
Yep,
next to it.
that's it. Yep. Okay, I got a diggy hole. Do I have to click on your name, maybe?
Click on yeah. Right below the diggy. Luke shared something, and then I shared something right below that, and that's the map.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we're back down that hallway.
Where just
you're
above the kind of the bridge, that circle,
Yeah.
we're in that room.
Yeah.
And
So
then if we
we
go
need to-
north, there's another room.
Okay. So we should probably go check out those 2 rooms that are up to the north where those 2
Yeah.
circles are.
Yeah, well, we're in the lower one. We're in that room right now.
Yeah, that's the room you're in. Past the
Okay.
bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we all in agreement that we're traveling on to the second room.
Yeah.
We're gonna search for traps as we move to make sure there's not
If we're
some
checking
kind
for
of
traps, is that perception?
Perception and or investigation.
Okay. All right. We venture forth, but sneaky.
Mhm. Sneaky is the word. Hi ho, hi ho.
As we approach the
Sneaking
second
off
room,
we
do we hear
go.
anything?
You can hear the. Let's say you're like 30 feet away from the. So you're back out in the hall making your way to the next room, correct?
Mhm.
Correct.
So you can hear like rustling and moving around. You do see light coming from the entrance to the next cave. Some muffled voices. The next room is that where you're going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on. Let me give you your bearings here. I should have done this yesterday.
Kira used her bearings.
Just a second.
We need to have a name for that play. The ventriloquist into the trap in the hallway. Because depending on how many people are in this room, my vote is that we do the same thing. But this time in the hallway, bringing them out to us.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
also you don't
that's an
have
excellent idea.
to immediately charge in and kill everything every single time. Just a heads up.
Yeah. We're gonna. Well, once we figure out what's in there, we can decide if we wanna.
Okay. Uh, is somebody gonna like peek into the room?
Yeah, we're not going to just walk straight in there like, oh, la 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 la.
Okay,
We're gonna
well,
do it
let's say
sneaky way.
let's say somebody peeks into the room. I'm about to share another picture.
We're not observed. We're doing it in a sneaky way. Okay.
Okay, the circle
Everyone sees
is
us, didn't they?
the circle is the entrance. The brown stuff are like different various like
There's
crates
another
and
picture, Tara.
Right.
the brown stuff is different various like crates and supplies, and there's a fire in the center of the room.
Right.
Then the rectangle on the far right, the brown one, is like a desk table type deal. The pink thing
Mhm.
is a bugbear, whom you can only assume is the Clark that Sildar was telling you about, and the gray dot is his pet wolf, Fluffy.
Okay.
What are the black dots?
And the black dots are Gerblin henchmen.
Okay.
So we have 4 and a wolf.
Yep.
And the red circle is a big fire in the center of the room.
Right.
So like I was saying, ventriloquist. What? We need to name it. The
Trying the ventriloquist thing again?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that seems way better than just running in there.
It's true.
So I'm
Do
gonna
we
use.
have any like oil or anything like that?
I believe I have some oil. Yeah,
You
I have
do?
a flask of oil. According to the inventory thing, it's like a 2-pound flask of oil.
2 pound?
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's a lot of oil.
Okay. I think we should maybe save maybe if we need to, you can maybe douse the bugbear with the oil.
Do we have any empty bottles and scraps of fabric? Just do a Molotov cocktail.
You don't do well in rooms with stuff like that, Tiara.
The person
Or
that gets
Amber.
hit in the face with everything's like, you know what we should make? A bomb.
A Molotov cocktail. Are you going to step out of the room when it happens?
So
I don't be the one throwing it.
this hunting trap I have is a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps on a pressure plate in the center.
So a bear
is
trap?
affixed by like a bear trap. So it fixes by a chain, tree or spike in the ground. This creature that steps on the plate must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving. Thereafter, until the creature breaks free of the trap, its movement is limited by the length of the chain, typically 3 feet long. It can use its action to make a DC 13 strength check, freeing itself or another. Okay. So there's that. What do you think? Can we use that?
Here, I'll just share the text in the Discord. And you may use that.
Okay.
So we could set up the trap at the entrance. I could mimic the voice of another Gerblin calling for them to come to my assistance. So when the initial one walks through and trips the trap, it will cause the other ones to want to come outside as well. So, what do you think?
Sounds like a good plan. Can we hear any conversation? Specifically, can Theowolf hear any conversation?
It's a very large fire. It's like a bonfire. This cave is much larger than the initial one. It's probably 50 feet tall with stalagmites hanging down from the ceiling and some stalactites or stalagmites from the ground, and then stalactites hanging from the ceiling, and then the cackling of the fire is loud enough that you can't really make out what anybody's saying.
Cackling of the fire.
So the fire's doing the villain laugh.
Mm,
I think the word you're searching for is crack.
No, cackling.
The fire laughs. Okay.
yeah, okay.
I'm sticking
So-
to it.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate your
so
commitment.
we're setting up the trap at the entrance.
Like just outside
Okay.
the door, like right outside, because they'd see you if you like walk directly in front of the doorway.
Yeah, it's just right outside the door.
Okay.
Then I'm using my ventriloquism to mimic a Gerblin shouting from the hallway for someone to come help him with something.
That sounded like the two Gerblins perk up. They see that and they start talking amongst themselves. You don't see this happening, but just to paint a picture, they say something to Clark, and he points at the entrance, and two of them just stand up from the game of dice that they were playing, and they make their way out towards the entrance. And as they're coming out of the entrance, are you all just standing in the middle, or are you like hugging the walls?
No, we're not standing in the middle.
We have set up in ambush.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready to throw your net,
Heckler.
Keckler?
Yeah, I'm ready.
They come out, and you're by the entrance to the south. So they come out and they look around, and
You
the-
just came
the-
back in.
the sound of the help needed seemed like it came from the south. So they turn to the left, and the first Gerblin takes his step, and all of a sudden the spikes of a huntsman's trap, a clamp, latches onto his leg and pops onto his leg. And then he has to succeed a 13 dexterity saving
You
throw.
witnessed that I threw
Well,
it down,
if he
right?
succeeds it, he doesn't actually get hit by the
Yeah,
trap.
yeah. Well, he walks up and steps on it.
Okay.
Meets
I
it,
rolled my
beats it,
die.
right?
Did you get a 13?
Meets it, beats it. So he walks
Wait a
up and it. Hey, hang on. This is all one effect. He does it, and cause like this can happen simultaneously. But for this one, as he steps on, he's and very dexterously lifts up his foot just before the teeth clamp around his foot. And he takes a step back, and I assume at the same time you're throwing your net at both of them.
Yeah.
So
And I
now-
rolled my die. So what do I add to it?
Athletics.
23, baby.
Boom! You just had to like iron out the throw the
As-
first time.
a-
Now you got it.
Right.
As
Boom shakalaka.
as the Gerblin very dexterously lifts up his foot and is like, ah! He's just looking down. The other Gerblin looks over at him like, what's happening? And as all that was happening, the net was already flying through the air. And it lands perfectly on top of both of them, knocking them prone.
There you go.
Dabby.
Do we get advantage on our attacks since they're in the net?
You get an advantage, and then I want to make sure what prone means. I think it means I have to use an action to stand up.
Right.
Well, I would use one of their actions to like take the net off, and then another action would be to stand up. And while that's happening, you would have advantage.
Oh, and while that's so she threw the net at the same time as
At the same time, the trap went off.
yeah, and we're all doing stuff too at the same time, right?
Yeah. So every all this is happening over the course of like 6 seconds.
And how close are we to them?
I'd say pretty close.
Okay.
Let's say that you all set up the trap like 10 feet away from the entrance because you didn't want to like raise alarm inside the cave.
We didn't want anything to fly into Umber's face.
Yeah, it's just the problem is as you were throwing the net, you did your shot put thing, and part of the net like kicked up some dust off the ground, and it went straight into Umber's face.
Okay.
Umber's gonna roll so that he can throw a
You wanna-
fireball at the eye in
You
the sky.
wanna do your thing first, Umbra?
I like the 20 and then the 8-sided die, right? Because I've already done that.
Yep.
Because I
So
mean,
you're
stabby.
just gonna try to stab one of them, I assume.
Yeah. The 20-sided die was a 16.
Was that
Sixteen.
total?
And then what's your
16
hit
plus-
DC?
16 plus what?
Feely, please back up. Puppy, stop.
16 hits.
As
Okay.
it was actually just so we get the mechanics of it. What's your hit DC next to your rapier?
3.
3. So you actually
19.
yeah. So if you roll a 16, the number would actually be 19.
And for the 8-sided die, I actually got an 8.
And then it's 8 plus 1.
Plus what, Tissy?
8 plus.
Should be kind of to the right under damage, next to the rapier in actions.
The next to the rapier says 1d8 plus 1. That's,
Okay, so you hit him for 9.
So Umbra,
you just came back inside, Feely.
with a very cold look in her eyes, walks up to the two gerblins in the net, both struggling and really fighting with the net to try to get it off, and just stabs one of them right in the throat, hits the main artery in the throat, and blood starts squirting out, and one of them is dead.
Okay. And then, do we get advantage on these attacks because of the net?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
You want to go, Theowolf?
Sure. I think I've got a dagger, right?
What does your most damage? Because if you have advantage, so you roll your hit
Yep.
twice, and then you pick whichever one's better.
Okay. Well, both my crossbow and dagger both have a +5, so it's a +5 hit DC. It says damage is 1d4 plus 3.
Yep. So you would roll your hit die and then add 5, and then I'll tell you if it hits or not.
But
So
roll your hit die twice.
So I'm
Yep.
rolling a
Bigger
20.
number.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Rolling
then
a
you pick the
20.
best one out of 2.
The first one is an 18, and the second one is a 4. So yeah, we'll go with the 18.
And then is the 18 is it 18 plus 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 hits. 22 especially hits, or 23 definitely hits.
Okay. So do I need to roll a d?
Yep. Now
Yep.
you roll your damage.
That's a little pyramid dice. Wow, how do you tell what
It's
number
the one at the
supposed to be?
top. It's whatever's at the top.
I had that same thought when I first looked at it. I was like, wait, how?
So okay. So it was a 1.
And then next, what did you attack with, a dagger or?
Yeah.
And
So the
then
dagger is a +5. So
plus
this
5.
1d4, yeah. Yep. So I got a +3 on that one that I rolled.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
So you hit him for 4.
4, and then a +5 hit.
It's 4 plus 3.
Yeah, and then when you're
So it's
deciding
whatever
damage,
you rolled on your 4
yeah,
plus 3.
Right.
the plus 5 is only to see if you actually connect.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a 4 then.
Okay.
And then directly after Umbra has coldly stabbed the one Gerblin in the throat, killing him, Theowolf walks up and, mimicking her coldness, reaches down, and he just likes to see Gerblins bleed, and he stabs him in the shoulder, and they're just like, yeah! And that's who's not gone.
Me.
Go ahead.
Because Catwar's a bit busy doing something with clothing.
Told the dead.
Has she got a sewing machine in there?
Okay, since he's doing Toll of the Dead, I'm just gonna back up several feet.
Yeah.
I trapped these people.
Wisdom saving throw 14.
He's
Oh, I have to beat a 14?
Yeah.
he's doing a Toll of the Dead again with the explosion, so I'm just gonna be backing up several feet.
No.
You want to
Hang
just back
on.
out of the room? Maybe if you just back out of the room, you won't get anything on it.
Yeah,
If you hide around the
no.
corner.
No.
A 10.
And then,
Ooh.
as Cat Claw has pulled out her rapier and taken a rag to wipe it off before she resheathes it, she sees Reginald raise up his hands, pointing them at the Gerblin on the ground, and knows what's about to happen at this
He meant
point.
Umbra.
And,
He said
so,
And I would,
Yeah, Umbra.
for the aesthetics of the thing, I would like to just like stick out my right hand, and it's like I do a snap, but when I snap, it's like the sound of like a giant deep bell.
okay. So he starts squaring up to do that, and Umbra started backing away. And as we've seen previously, the Gerblin still inside of the net is encased in just a looks like sound waves and starts vibrating violently and then explodes. Umbra has gotten far enough away to not get covered in the blood and guts. However, the net flies off of the Gerblin far enough to just clip her a little bit right in the face. And the second Gerblin's dead.
All right. Do we need to roll for initiative now, or what are the other ones doing?
You killed the two. Nobody's hurt or done anything.
What's
inside the
happening?
cave yet.
What's happening with the people in the room though?
They haven't heard or done anything yet.
Oh, they didn't hear it.
Nope.
They didn't
Okay.
hear the giant bell. Oh well, there's an evil laugh.
Ventriloquism.
It's the
Maneuver. Take 2.
it's that whole cackling fire thing. It
Yeah,
just-
it's the cackling fire. It's just laughing
It's-
so loud.
Right.
that
Can you retrieve that trap or reset it?
Yeah. He sure can.
Okay. So we move the bodies so they can't see them when they come through the door. Reset the trap. I exercise my talent for ventriloquism and I mimic a Gerblin calling for help with something.
Inside of the room,
If you could see the look on Salem's face, you would be
inside
filled with joy.
inside of the room, you all don't see this exactly how it's happening, but just to paint a picture for you. Inside the room, there's just the one Gerblin left, and he's over speaking to the bugbear. And the bugbear points at the cave doorway and is obviously telling this other Gerblin that he should check it out. And the Gerblin's like, and walks down and out of the cave entrance and hangs a left. And takes him a second, but he sees the 4 of you standing there. Now I will make a roll for initiative, actually.
Is Sildar still with us?
Did he step on the trap?
Yeah.
Oh, did he reset the trap?
Yeah, we definitely reset the trap.
You
We
said
set the
you asked if
retrap.
he could pick it up, right?
No, he asked
No,
if he
I
could
said,
reset
can
it.
he reset it? And then
Reset
he
it.
said, I reset the trap.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
We
did.
ain't dummies. Getting the advantage here.
As he's
With Sildar, shouldn't we have 5?
That's why I was like, did what happened in the room? Did they hear us?
As
We've been busy.
as he's walking out, he steps forward and doesn't notice the trap at all and steps on it, and it immediately snaps up, and he's not nearly as quick as his buddy was.
You want me
And
to-
whoever set the trap needs to roll a d4.
Oh yeah, Dak is.
D4. That's the little pyramid guy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Man, they just kind of like stick when you throw them, don't they? I got a 2.
Okay. Now,
Initiative.
initiative, yes. So everybody roll me a d20. Tell me what it is, plus your initiative.
20.
Got a total of 8.
I got 11 plus 3. I got 14.
So is this initiative, or is he just kind of standing there?
Wait, what'd you get, Therewolf?
14.
T? Umbra?
8.
What'd you get, Mom?
8. I think. Wait a minute. Is this a 9 or? Oh, wait a minute. No. I got a 11.
Okay.
You sure you got an 8 or did you get an 11?
The
Sure, I got
Gerblin.
Did you roll an 8 or did you roll what's your initiative?
My initiative's -1, so it's 8 total.
Oh,
never mind.
ouch.
Yep.
The Gerblin actually rolled a 20 as well, so he gets to go first.
Okay.
So he will use his action to try to break free because he's really angry now. And he immediately grabs on to the. I assume it looks like a bear trap. Is that what everybody's picturing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he reaches down and grabs both sides of the clasp and jerks his hands down and pops it open and then jumps up and he's standing in front of you with blood dripping down his leg.
Okay.
And now it is
Dong.
what does it I have to beat?
14.
20. Oh, I said you got
Wisdom saving throw.
And once again, I am backing up.
What's your wisdom?
Who's your dad's?
-1.
Oh, dang.
I rolled a
Not
15.
cool.
So Reginald looks at the goblin menacingly and snaps his finger, and the goblin notices that this is a very strange motion. He doesn't know what snapping is, so he's afraid of it. He's like, ah! And he steps to the side on his good leg, and the barrier of sound that almost engulfed him flies directly past him and shakes the rubble of the entrance of the cave. So they don't know what's happening, but the people inside the cave definitely know that something is going on outside now.
Okay.
And it is Theowolf's turn.
Okay. And how far away from him am I?
We'll say what, 10 feet or so.
Yeah.
You're close, but you're not like immediately next to him.
Right. So I'm going to shoot a firebolt at him.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a 20, right?
Yep, and then your hit DC is +5, so it's 20 +5.
actually rolled a 20, so I got 25 on
Yeah,
that.
that's a crit.
Crit!
Crits do double damage. So now you roll your d10, and it's double whatever you roll.
What did you
That's
do?
the little octagonal one, right?
No, it would be the decagonal one.
Okay. So that's a 16 on that.
Decagonal? Is that how you say it?
It's a
Decagonal? Is that your old name?
it's a 8. 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so 16.
So he immediately bursts into flames. So Beowulf's fireball is so powerful, he didn't even actually throw it. It was just his piercing gaze. He just stared at the goblin so hard that he burst into flames. And now that's all the goblins. You still have the boss and the wolf. You may not ventriloquism the wolf out of the cave.
So they're not coming out of the cave?
No, you have to go into the cave.
What if we
You know that net
run
might
into
be
the cave and are like, neener, 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 and then we run out?
No, you have to go in the cave.
Fine. You should have seen the look of defeat after he had been like, yeah, they don't hear, and we were immediately like, set the trap. He's like, it's not how we
Okay.
play this fight.
So, out of curiosity, what's Sildar doing all this time?
He's just
Oh
hanging
yeah,
out with
you
us.
didn't roll initiative for Sildar or anything.
He's like just hanging out.
He gets to attack and stuff though if he's got the.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah. So what's his initiative?
It
Well,
doesn't matter. They're dead.
we'll remember that when we go in the ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll remember it then. Okay.
I wonder if Catclaw could toss her net over that wolf dog and put him out of commission.
When you go in the room, Clark and his dog are hanging out at the back, past the fire, which I'm gonna say is 80 feet. So you're definitely gonna have to make your way up to him. He's not coming towards you all.
Okay, so we're sneaking up. We're gonna get behind one of those stalactites. That's
You're not gonna be able to
coming up.
sneak in because he vibrated the entrance to the cave. So he knows something's coming, and he's staring right at the doorway. There's no sneaking into this encounter.
Okay, here's we need to assess the situation as far as isn't this guy supposed to have some information that we need?
I mean, he might. The map might be somewhere in this room, or it might be on him.
Okay, so if I incinerate him, I may burn the map up.
It's possible.
Yeah. So we're within reach of our crossbows, right?
Yeah, we definitely are.
We would have to get a good angle because it's a pretty big fire going. It probably could burn up the bolts.
What is the range 80-320 feet? What does that mean?
Huh?
For under range of crossbow, it's 80 feet / 320 feet.
For who?
For crossbows.
For
in general.
crossbows. It is kind of odd.
Hang on, let me see what you're talking about.
I don't remember the exact. I want to say it.
Range 80 feet / 320 feet. I don't know. Your attack roll has disadvantage when your target's beyond normal range and You can't attack it target beyond long range. For example, you give a range of 80 to 300 means you can attack normally out to 80 feet. And you, if you try to attack past 80 feet up to 320, you have disadvantage, is what that means.
Okay. Makes sense.
So you can go for a long shot, but it's not a good idea.
You can go for, and how that would work is you would roll your hit die twice, and then you have to pick the worst one when you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
But what I say, the cave was 80 feet, so he'd be within range. But he is undercover.
So Sildar doesn't have a crossbow.
He's
He only has a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna
So, but the four of us all have crossbows, right?
He's
I have a
undercover, so he's
longbow.
behind this. He's behind the desk.
Yeah.
Is he sitting?
He's kind of standing there, but he could react pretty quickly if it looks like you're going to attack him.
Yeah, I have a short bow with a range of 80 feet.
Okay.
If you
Okay,
walk in,
so you're-
guns
you're-
blazing, he's going to duck, like, behind full cover.
Okay. We walk in the room? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Roll initiative again?
Not yet. Hang on.
Okay.
So, as you all come into the room, you see the bugbear kind of standing there, and he's got his little puppy Fluffy with him, and just a little background story. You've heard this from Sildar. He's filled with delusions of grandeur, and he views himself as a mighty warlord, and he's just beginning his career of conquest. Just to give you an idea of how delusional he is, he refers to himself in the third person.
Oh my god, it's Clark! I've heard of you, you're so cute! I yell from the entrance.
Of course you've heard of Clarg! I am the runner of these caves. I am the king of these goblins. Everybody fears me.
The king of which goblins?
He looks
thought they were
around
goblins
at
here.
the room, and he looks at you and he goes, "My goblins! Where and what have you done with my army?"
So then I holler out in Gerblin speech, which I will translate for you.
Just thought of a song. Amber's outside the door going,
Oh,
"Who's
grand
this?"
and glorious Clarg, we have heard of your spectacular strength and beauty. Please, may we admire your wondrous person.
Clarg appreciates admiration, please.
This is the Book of Smaug play number 32.
Exactly. We need him to become a target for us.
Yeah, right?
All of my goblin horde have admired and adored me. They loved me. Some of the murmurings that Theowulf forgot to translate, all of the Gerblins very distinctly and clearly hated Clark. Because he was a bully. He's a bugbear. He's a lot bigger than them, and they were all afraid of him. That's the only reason that they were doing what he wanted.
He also has delusional grandeur.
Yeah.
Maybe even flights of fancy. He needs to see a psychiatrist.
But either way, who dares defy Clarg? Clarg will build a throne from your bones.
Okay.
Definitely not us. We would never defy you. You're so cute. Could you step into the light? You look so awesome.
Clarg prefers his desk.
Okay.
Clarg has made his Gerblins build him a comfy chair. It's super nice. I know that I'm standing up, but If I were to sit down, Clark really enjoys this chair. May I ask, you wouldn't have happened to have seen some gerblins, like a lot of them. Like quite a few, like at least 15.
Here's a piece.
I'm gonna
there's
try
a
to.
piece,
Can I
everywhere's a
try to
piece.
persuade? I'm gonna try to persuade Clark.
To what?
I'm gonna say, we passed them. We came into the cave and we were like, we heard that there's a mighty clog in here, and they were like, yes, there is. And then we were gonna ask where you were, but then as soon as we went to ask, they were like, oh no, we have to go take care of something. Don't tell Clark. He wouldn't like it. And then they all ran out of the cave real fast like. Gross.
What'd you roll?
7. Persuasion.
I, Clark, know for a fact that none of my gerblins would betray me and run away in the face of danger. They heed the commands of mighty Clark.
Well, I tried.
Would you roll a 20?
You roll a 20-sided die is what she's asking, guys.
For what?
Persuasion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you add whatever your persuasion is.
So my roll was 17, and my persuasion is +7.
Jeez.
Okay. What are you saying?
Why is your persuasion +7? That's amazing.
That the goblins are throwing a magnificent feast and party for him, and we have been sent to come get him.
My gerblin horde always in their admiration. All those rascally little fellas. Lead me on to this party. And he starts to make his way out from behind the desk and walk towards you. And he's, Fluffy, come hither. I'm sure they have prepared meat and throws for you as well. And his little, well, not little, his massive wolf comes to his side, and they start making their way towards you. They are, if you're looking at that map, in front of the desk, kind of towards where the gerblins were, now within, let's say, 40 feet, because the fire's right in the middle, next to the fire, coming towards you.
Okay. What's that sweet thing on the cave wall behind you?
Roll me a persuasion check.
22.
Oh, what thing? Clark
immediately turned.
Immediately turns around.
Okay.
And he's not just turned around.
Wait a
He's
minute,
turned
does the
around
wolf
and
turn around too?
no, just Clark. Clark turns around and he's well, your persuasion check was so good. He turns around and he's like, he doesn't just glance at the wall. He turns completely around and he's like scanning the wall, looking for whatever thing is apparently there.
Yep.
So
Good time to shoot him.
Because he's not looking at us. Can we surprise attack him now?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. Okay. Does that sound like an okay plan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's shoot him.
Well, how close are we to?
We should be less than 80 feet.
You're 40 feet
40
away
feet,
because he's
maybe.
by the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, 40 feet away, so we have to use our crossbows.
Whose spot is
I
it?
don't know whose turn it is.
Oh, do we have to do initiative because we're getting ready to do something?
But if
Not
we
sure.
surprise, we could just do it like all at once,
Cool.
right?
Yep.
Is
So,
Stildar still hiding and making us do all of this, or is he gonna actually help us?
well, he's just got a sword. He can't shoot.
He can't shoot. He's just standing there. He gets the gist of what's happening, and he's not gonna sprint across and like attack him by himself.
Okay. So
Okay.
we shoot him.
So we roll a 20.
Okay, wait a minute. Are we going 2 for Clark and 2 for the wolf? Or how are we going to do it?
Well, the wolf is
The wolf,
just a regular wolf.
yeah, it's just a regular wolf.
So
Is it like a real smart wolf?
Huh?
It's a wolf, so yes.
Will it know what
So
we're
what
doing?
did
It
What'd
won't
you say,
know
Jared?
fast enough to prevent it.
Okay.
You might just need one to aim for the wolf and for the
So if I'm doing a thing and they have to have a saving throw, wouldn't he have disadvantage on that because his back's completely turned? That's your call.
It's a boss, so I'm gonna say no. But in other scenarios, I would say yes.
Okay. I am going to cast Mind Sliver to drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of Clark, and he has to succeed on an intelligence saving throw of 14. All right. So he takes, oh yeah, 6 psychic damage, and then on your next saving throw, it makes before the end of my next turn. He has to roll a d4 and subtract that from whatever he rolled.
Okay. But he takes 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's whoever's next.
I don't know who's next. I've already rolled.
It doesn't matter. Just whoever wants to go.
I rolled a total of 14.
And you were shooting a crossbow bolt at him.
Yes.
Cat.
And-
Does she have advantage?
Oh yeah, you have
What's
advantage. So
advantage?
you roll 2 of them and pick the best one.
I rolled the 20 twice.
Yeah.
And pick the best one.
Oh, in that case, I've got 24.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Now, do I roll a damage twice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that 1d8 plus 3? Or I guess is it different for everybody?
It's
Depending.
1d8 plus 2, and my best one was 9 total.
1d8 plus. You only roll the damage die once.
Well,
The advantage rolls only for the hit die. Yeah. So you got a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
which dice are we rolling?
Umbra or
8-sided one.
well, hers might be different. Yeah, hers is 1d8 plus 2.
Yeah, hers is the same as mine because we're both half elves.
Or wait, no, Umbra doesn't have a crossbow. She has a short bow.
Short bow.
Hers is 1d6
Okay.
minus 1.
Oh, you got a 6.
Wait, why is it -1?
Because it's a
So
short
at the
bow.
6 side?
Cause what?
It's a short bow.
It's actually -1.
So roll a d6 and then subtract 1.
A total of 4.
Okay. And then Theowolf.
Oh, okay.
Does he get to roll the 20 twice too?
Yep.
Did you roll your?
Yeah, I got a total of 19 on the best one.
I was thinking if we're surprise attacking, like we're doing it in order, but like in actuality,
It's all happening
we
at
all
once.
do
Doing
all
it at
the
the
stuff
same
at the
time.
same time.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got a 11 plus plus
5.
So 16.
yeah.
Okay, roll me your damage.
Wait, did you roll it twice?
He
I did.
hits. Yeah, he hits.
Okay. I was saying even
Yeah,
if
my-
you hit on the first one, always roll twice just in case you get a crit. If you
Yeah.
have advantage.
So
Great.
I'm rolling an 8. Is
Yep.
that the yeah?
1d8
Okay.
plus 3.
Okay, that is 10. 7 plus 3.
Okay. Okay, now roll initiative.
All of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 20 side, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Plus your initiative. 12.
I have no initiative.
What?
Do I
Is
get
it
to roll it twice?
is it +0?
No, it's 2 plus 2, 4.
Okay, I got a 6.
Did you add your
Yeah, that's with the add-on. I got to roll the 3.
What'd you
Oof.
get, Luke?
12?
And
I have an
then
18 total.
what'd you get, Umbra?
Umber's
18.
8.
18?
19 minus 1.
18, okay.
18, 12, and what were the other two?
Mine
Got
was
it.
4.
And yours was 6, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
6. Okay, the order is Umbra.
Okay.
It
Order
goes.
for what?
Well, at this point, he knows that he's being attacked. He's turned around. The wolf understands what's happening because its master just got attacked, and
We didn't
Clark.
kill him?
No, he's a boss. And Clark's all like, "Are you dare attack Clark? Did I not just describe that I would create a throne out of your puny bones?"
Probably
And-
crush it under some weight.
And the wolf has started kind of foaming at the mouth a little bit, baring its teeth.
Where's are you do we gonna know the turn order? Or are you just gonna do it when it happens?
That's what I was trying to decide. Because I think it would be more interesting if you didn't know the turn order.
That's okay. You can do it that way then.
Yeah.
So who's up? Does Umber get act first?
Yeah, Umbra's up.
So, roll the 20 again.
For your
Yep. What are you doing?
for your short bow?
Probably need to shoot a bow at his face.
Okay.
The old bow to the face maneuver.
15.
Umbra takes her expert aim and pulls back her drawstring, and just as she's doing that, a piece of ash from the fire had like drifted across and just hit her right in the eye, and she shanks her crossbow or her short bow arrow, and it whistles past Clark's head. And then Clark
hits the wolf.
goes, no. No.
Oh, shit.
And then Clark, being less than happy, sprints towards you all with his wolf by his side, and he's gonna come because you all are standing like just kind of next to each other, like in the room, because you've been standing there talking.
Catclaw is in front of us
Why?
because I'm a ranged
She-
dude and I'm definitely not standing in the front.
'Cause
And
she's a warrior.
also, Theowolf is a ranged dude and he's definitely not standing in the.
Okay. So he's going to.
So I didn't want to. I didn't mean to make that decision for you, Dad. I just assumed that that would be the way we would do
So
it.
he's like, "Ah!" And he starts sprinting up to you, and he's just in like a fit of rage. His head hurts from the mind sliver. So he's gonna sprint up, and he has a morning star.
What is that?
It's a big like mace looking thing.
Yeah, it's a mace and like the round metal thing on the end of the mace has got spikes coming out of it.
And he's going to take a swing at Catclaw with a 18. Does 18 hit?
Does 18 hit?
Mom,
That or
Mhm.
they're asking you something.
I don't know. I don't know what they're asking. I'm waiting.
but
What
your
are
armor.
you-
Do you see your armor class next to your
Armor.
initiative?
The
Yeah.
little shield right there.
I have a
So
13.
okay, so 18 hits.
Okay. So we'll do it like this. Cause we'll do it like this. For 5 damage.
Okay.
So you take 5. And then at the same time, the wolf, having seen the arrows come super close, has also sprinted across the room. And it's going to try to come straight up to Umbra, and is going to try to bite Umbra for 9. Doesn't 9 hit?
Class is 10.
The wolf tries to take a chomp at Umbra, and Umbra's like, "Whoa there, Fluffy." She knows the dog's name for some reason, and
For some reason.
I mean, I do have animal handling.
and pulls her leg back just in time as his teeth come together, and now it is Reginald's turn.
It's really tin. Do you have like some kind of armor equipped, Tiara?
I have the leather armor, I think.
Do you have a red check mark by it? Or the box next to it? Is it is it
Yeah,
filled in with the red?
yeah, her armor's equipped.
Dang, tin is so low.
Hang on. Mom needs to. We can do it after this one. Mom needs to fix her armor because she's still using leather armor.
Okay. Yeah, you can use you're able to use better armor, like a sturdier armor than we are because of your
Okay.
class.
I don't. You have to tell me how to do it.
Okay, and now it's
Okay.
Reginald's turn.
As a bonus action, I will heal Mom with healing light. Or sorry, cat claw. I'm just gonna use 1d6. 5. I just healed you for 5.
And I was damaged 5.
So
I
now
am healed.
There is some waving light that comes out of Reginald, and it bathes Cat Claw in light, and she feels rejuvenated, and she is healed back up to full.
and then I will dong on Clark. It's a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Yeah. I was just making sure I didn't have a take.
And then whatever you roll, you have to roll a d4 and take it away from it.
Ha!
Did you get it? Oh, lame. So
You should
lame.
check my
What'd you
rolls. I'm the
get?
dungeon master. Get out of here. I can lie if I
What'd you
want
get?
to. I just choose not to.
Dang it.
I rolled a 16 minus 1. So dodge it.
Oh, 15.
So he's Clark's like, oh! And he like leans to the side as the wave of sound.
Wait,
goes
what's your
past
wisdom modifier?
I don't have to tell you shit.
Oh, dang.
And the sound blows past his body.
Dang.
And then it is Umbra's turn. Or no, sorry, not Umbra. Beowulf.
There, well.
So I actually have a magical sleep defense.
What does that do?
Hang on, let me see. Let's see. Where is that at? Features and traits, maybe?
Magical
right
sleep.
over
Is
from-
that where you can like
Right
put
over from my
a
armor.
defense asleep? Sleep defense?
Yeah, it's like to make them go to sleep.
No,
I
it's
thought it was so that you
it's
didn't
an
go to
it's
sleep.
it's an immunity. It means that they can't put you to sleep.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't know if you know this, but they can't. Put
So it's not-
Beowulf
it's not a-
is not afraid of being put to sleep. He's very alert most of the time.
Okay, that's awesome. All right.
It would be awesome if you just put the dog.
And also, Clark and the wolf are really close to you, so and crossbow or short bow are gonna have disadvantage.
We're going to have to do swords.
How far is that? Because we're not next to them. We're behind them.
Yeah, but I mean, you're all right there in the cave entrance.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We already said that we're ranged, so we're behind them.
If you look at the map, he was here. He sprinted up to you all. You all were in the entrance of the cave. So, I mean, you would at most be like 10 feet behind him. Anything within 20 feet, you can't use a crossbow or a bow without having disadvantage.
Okay. When we take formation from now on, we will always be 20 feet behind Catclar.
Just make her
Oh,
take
you
the
big
brunt of
brave
it all.
guy.
Well, no, because we're ranged, and if we want to do our ranged attacks, we wouldn't set ourselves up in a way that we couldn't do our.
It's just
That'd be
crossbows
fun.
and like a
Yeah.
bow, like your spells.
We're gonna maximize all of our abilities to their fullest and every.
Okay.
All right. It's either way. It's still.
But okay, we're too close now. Okay.
It's still Beowulf's turn.
Okay, so I could still use my magic and
Yeah,
use
you
a
definitely
firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we'll do. I'm gonna shoot Clark with a firebolt.
Okay. Roll me your what is it? Spells. Actions.
Can we turn on the light in here?
Yeah, you're closest to it.
You're right next to the lamp.
No, but it's gonna shine
Called out
Oh,
immediately.
turntables.
He's like, "Can we turn on a light?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. You're right next to it. Go ahead."
Well, this lamp's not going to help him as much.
They assumed that you were using the royal we there, Dad.
These dice are hard to read.
See, you need the overhead light.
So roll me your once you get your light situation figured out, you have to roll me a hit die.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Turn the lamp on.
Hey, I turned the lamp on. That better, babe?
I'm not talking to you.
Just in
So, so
true
that's
dad fashion, like they're all the way across the room on the other side, and he's like on the one side of the couch, and the remote's on the other side, and he's like, "Hey, can you hand me the remote?"
in my defense, I
Sacrifice.
have a coffee table that's actually sitting between my legs with my computer and all my stuff on it. So I actually tied. So that was a 18.
18 hits. So now you roll me a d10.
I'm still not sure about these dice. Is that the one that's 10-sided looking?
Yeah, it's the 10-sided one.
Yep, that's definitely the one with 10 sides.
I think it's called a decagon, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
The decagon.
I rolled a stupid 2.
Oh.
You still though like you pull up a fireball in your hand, and you form this fireball, and as you're going to throw, you cough and blow like half of it out, but you still throw it, and it hits Clark for 2 damage. There's puny beings, you dare attack Clark. And then it is
No, we're not attacking you, Clark. This is how we show you we love you. Because you're so cool.
Now it is Cat Clark's turn.
How's Clark looking?
20, right?
He's still got some life in him. He's not bloody yet.
So he's. What am I adding? My short sword, right?
What are you doing?
Are you stabbing?
I would pick the thing that would do the most damage. Look at your stuff.
I have a short sword and a net.
So you
But
would
what
use
are
your
the
short
ratings
sword.
on them?
You probably
What,
shouldn't
Ted?
try to stab him with the net.
Right.
Yeah, maybe
What's
stab
your-
him with the short sword.
Although, could she the net thing? If you throw, how does that
Well,
work?
it's
If he's aware, does he have to make a saving throw? Because I mean, I guess you could, but he's a
I
bug, so the
would.
net probably was not going to work.
If she
I
threw
rolled
the
a
net, he would roll a dexterity saving throw. But
He
I'm
doesn't.
gonna give him super high dex because it's a boss.
He doesn't need it.
Like, why did you beat it? Because I said.
Yeah, what if I throw a bear trap at his head at the same time?
You could do that. That would be hilarious. He is a bugbear.
Yeah,
Feels like
I'm
it
gonna
should
throw
work
my.
better on him than almost anyone.
No.
Is he
it's-
actually full? Is he
I mean,
full sprint running?
Since I just scalded him with fire.
Do you have a
Firebolt.
magical way to engrave to Clark with love, Theowolf, on it before you throw it?
You know what? Actually, Theowolf, before Cat Claw goes, I will give you a bonus action. You can throw that trap at his head if you want.
I'm throwing my bear trap at his head because
Okay,
I'm
you have to
just
give
having a bad
me.
day.
You have to give me a athletic. Well, actually, no. Give me a strength check. I'm trying to pick which one. Hang on. It'd be dexterity. So acrobatics.
So what are like? There's a number circled in red at the bottom. It's like my strength or my dexterity is +3, but underneath it is the number 16. What's all that?
That's like your actual number of the stat, and then the
Yep.
plus is basically that's just giving you the shorthand of how much extra you get based on that stat. So it's like
Gotcha.
you have a 16, cause you have a 16, it gives you plus whatever.
Okay. So what am I rolling here?
Acrobatics.
So is that a 20?
Yep.
You'll roll a 20 and then you get plus 3.
+3. Okay, I rolled a 18. Plus 3 is 21.
Yes! Yes!
I just for the purpose of this one, in my mind, I was like, he has to get an 18 for this to work. So, cause you're throwing at like 30, or no, I guess he got close to. He ran up on y'all. He's like 15 feet away. Theowolf spins around and he takes his bear trap that he has that he's set it up in the background after he shot his fireball, and now I have to succeed saving.
You're like
throw.
using it like some kind of like Wulin chain weapon.
Roll me a roll me a d8 for damage.
8. That's the pyramid going in 2 directions.
The pyramid's a 4. Oh yeah. Double.
Yeah, 2. So I got a 9.
Did you add it?
No, what's my add-on for
That's
that?
a 1.
Wait,
You
no,
got a
it's-
9 with an 8-sided chain?
yeah, I was just about to say it's what? No, there's no add-on for this. You don't get an add-on for this. You just get whatever it
So
has on the die.
that's a 10. That could be right.
No, it's an 8-sided die. How you can't possibly get a 10?
It's this one, honey. Look.
Oh, so that's a 6 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, roll me an 8-sided die, and he's like 10. All right, I guess we know who's cheating now. Okay, so Theowolf turns around and he does like a spinning mover and releases the chain on this bear trap, and Clark was looking over at his shoulder that had caught on fire, so he's not really paying attention, and he turns just in time to make eye contact with the chain like bear trap hurtling through the air towards his face. And he goes to move, but as he's moving, the little circle in the middle that sets it off just hits him in the nose. And the trap closes on his head. He goes, "Ah! My natural mortal enemy! A bear trap!" And he takes 6 damage.
He takes how much damage?
6.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive, but he's not happy.
Does the bear trap obstruct his view?
No, because it's kind of open. It's got spikes on the side of his face, so it's more like a gimp mask.
Okay.
Well, couldn't you yank on the chain and kind of drag the bear trap across his face to bring it back?
The only person that's really close enough would be you. But it is actually Umbra's turn. Or no, sorry, it's Catcaller's turn.
When I rolled and y'all took so long and Edgar turned it over. So can I have Edgar's roll?
Do you remember what your first roll was?
Because I don't lie. Yes, I do. Can I have Edgar's roll?
Because you had to wait for a bonus action, I will give you Edgar's roll.
Oh, thank God.
What was the
roll.
first roll?
2.
What's
And
Edgar's?
It's an 18. And that's without adding anything yet.
All right. Yeah, well, I mean, that definitely hits. So roll me your short sword damage, which is 1d6 plus 3.
Oh, D6. Let me find it. The 4. Oh, there it is.
The
4
d6
total.
should be the easiest one for you all to find
Regular
because it's
die.
like a regular die.
Yes, regular die. So a total of 4. I rolled a
Okay. After he's like shaking his head and the chain's like smacking him in the back, he's like, "Ah!" As this is happening, Mom reaches out with her short sword and stabs him in the side, and he's just not having a good time at all. Face is in a
So,
bear
since
trap. He's kind of on fire. His head already hurt from the mine sliver before he took a bear trap to the face.
So is Sildar going to jump into all of this since we're stabbing now?
And
Stabby,
yeah,
do your
actually,
stuff.
Sildar will jump into this. He sees what's going on. I'm glad you said something. I would have forgot about him again. Sildar will step up with his long sword.
Bear cut to the face makes you forget stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw him at the end of the initiative order.
Don't forget Reggie.
So he steps up with his long sword and does tries to stab the wolf, because he's closest to the wolf, and he
Okay.
rolls a. Dang, I'm killing myself over here. He
You're
rolls
not
a-
the wolf.
No,
He ro-
dungeon master fellow, you are not a bad guy.
he rolls a 17. And then how much damage is that? Damage is hit plus 3 to hit. 1d8 plus 1. Oh, he only stabs the wolf for 3.
Part of me wonders if it's possible to use the ball bearings again and make Clark fall backwards into the cackling fire pit.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It is Umbra's turn now.
Get your bearings, Umbra.
That's my girl.
16.
Did you add anything with it?
And
I
all
don't
you're
think
doing,
ball bearings gets anything added to it.
Well, they should.
you're just pouring the ball bearings out beneath his feet.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
because he's already stumbling backwards, so...
Clark's on fire. He's been stabbed in the side. His head split, and he also has a bear trap attached to his face. And as all of this is happening, Umbra empties out not all of her bag, because she doesn't want to have to pick up 1,000 ball bearings again. She just kind of does enough to make him trip, like we'll say 100. As she's doing this, one of them glances off a rock and hits her in the forehead. But the rest of the ball bearings roll underneath of Clark, and he's already flailing around because there's a bear trap attached to his face, and anybody would if they were in that situation.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
he steps on top of one of the ball bearings, or a few of them, and he starts kind of like the cartoon where the feet are going back and forth really fast. And starts going backwards, and he trips on one of the rocks that form the fire pit, and he lands in the fire, which oh my god, this is gonna. He lands.
He's on fire.
He lands in the fire, and he's so distraught from all of the pain that he can't figure out how to get out because the blood from the bear traps ran into his eyes. And he's just kind of reaching and flopping around like, nobody kills Mighty Clark! Nobody! And Clark is dead.
What happened?
We still got a wolf.
It's still there. It's still
Yeah, and the wolf has seen its master become engulfed in flames and just kind of really go through like as bad of a time as anybody could go through. And the wolf pinpointed, because wolves are smart, pinpointed that most of the damage came from Theowolf's bear trap to his face. So the wolf's gonna cover the ground between itself and Theowolf and take a chomp at Theowolf.
What's your armor?
Wait. Where was the wolf?
I thought Sildar was going to dispatch the wolf.
Yeah, Silver just staggered it.
He didn't do a good job.
Sildar just
Yeah.
Well, but shouldn't Umbra get an opportunity attack?
Umbra wasn't fighting the wolf. Umbra just poured the ball bearings at Clark.
But the wolf tried to fight her, so the wolf's right next to her.
But the wolf was
The very
next
first
to
thing the wolf did was
Clark.
try to bite
So
her.
wouldn't he be slipping on the bearings too?
No, he tried to bite me.
No, the
Got close to
wolf was.
Sildar, and Sildar messed up the stab.
Okay.
So he's in our little group.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you're right, because he would have to disengage. Okay, so the wolf takes a bite at Umbra. And the wolf has he's become so distraught by losing his master that it's kind of lost his bearings, and he misses yet again. And now it's Reggie's turn.
Have we damaged the wolf at all?
Yeah,
we
Sildar
stabbed
stabbed it for 3.
You know it's about to happen.
Yep.
I'm leaving the
Boing.
cave. I'm actually going to leave the cave. F this, I'm out.
She's
Wisdom saving throw
already
14.
warming up.
Didn't make it.
3.
The wolf is encased in the sound, and it's shaking violently, but being agile and nimble, the wolf, before it's hurt too badly, is able to get its bearings and jump out of the vibrations.
Okay. That's it for me.
And then it is Theowolf's turn.
Okay. I am
Go
going
fighting
to
the wolf.
shoot a fireball at Sid Wolf.
Okay.
I'm rolling a 20. And I got a 12 plus 5 is 17.
That hits.
And I'm rolling 10 for damage.
Is it supposed to be a 10 or an 8?
It's a 10 for
It's
fireball.
it's a
okay.
10 for the fireball.
Okay.
So I got a 7.
He forms the fireball with his hand and launches the fireball at the wolf, and the wolf's like, on fire, not very happy, definitely almost about to die, and it's Catclaw's turn.
I have a short sword.
Okay.
Are you serious? I must have got some of that stuff in my eyeballs.
What'd you roll?
A 1 with a total of 6.
Did you roll an actual 1 on the die?
I rolled a 1 on a 20-sided die.
She got some of the burning bugbear flesh like landed in her eyes, and she swings around and wait, who's Catclaw next to again?
She's not in front.
Actually,
so she's not.
You're next to Sildar's by you though.
Yeah.
So Sildar will have to make a dexterity saving throw because you're swinging wildly. 10 plus 0. And Mom, roll me a D4.
D4. A little pyramid. Pyramid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Top number.
Well, it's a pyramid. It lands on its bottom.
But there's 3 numbers on each side, so take the one on top.
Yeah, it's the top number.
Oh, a 2.
Mom Catclaw flailing around, she accidentally slashes across Sildar's arm, cutting him for 2 damage. And then
Sorry,
it is
Sildar.
Sildar's turn actually, and Sildar
Still
still focused on the fight, understanding what's going on. Doesn't hold too much of a grudge.
My goodness.
Don't hold too much of a grudge.
He does hold a grudge. He definitely likes you a lot less than the other party members, but there are things to kill and things to do. And he will attack at the wolf again with his sword. And he whiffs and does not hit the wolf. He goes to stab at it, but as he's going to stab at it, he winces in pain because of the slash across his arm and completely misses. And now it's Umbra's turn again.
So the
Oh,
wolf is focused
Stabby.
on Sildar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The 20 sided?
Yeah.
Uh, 13.
13 hits. You don't even have to roll the damage though. Umbra takes
Dagger.
a
I'm
step.
gonna try to save Sildar's butt from the wolf eating his face off.
Umbra takes a. Well, the wolf attacked you twice. It didn't attack Sildar. It was attacking you. So as it missed on its last chomp and it kind of dodged Sildar, you come down and you slash it in the throat, dispatching it from its mortal coil, and all of the enemies in the cave are dead.
So does Sildar need any healing right now?
No, he's good.
Okay. Because if he needed it, I was going to give him the healing potion I have.
No, he's got way more health than you all do.
I think
Okay.
it's a good place to break.
Yeah. Well, do you all
So
want to...
someone should like the layment of Clark.
Well, we're retrieving and rearming. So Kathy's got her net, and I got my bear trap. A handy dandy bear trap.
It's apparently as a projectile. Who knew?
Oh gosh.
And Umber's
So
gathered up her bearings.
Yeah,
So
she's getting her ball bearings.
just as a since this is a good spot to leave off.
Yeah.
Let's just say you all get a long rest. Everybody needs that. Like Sildar needs to stitch up his arm. Umbra needs to get the flesh out of her face. So does Catclaw.
And I need to get better armoring.
We can do all that the next time
Yeah,
if
we can
you're
do it
ready.
next time.
Yeah, because then
Hi.
I'll just have to recap everything if I tell you what's going on next. So we'll just wait till next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just make a note too.
Well, we're
Oh, did you just back out? I heard the thing. Yeah, I want to call and check on Karen.
okay. We're signing
Alrighty.
off again, right?
Alright.
Love
Love
you,
y'all.
Senate.
Guys,
That was
love
fun.
you all.
Good sesh,
good.
y'all.
Fun.
Good. Discovered I had talents I wasn't aware of.
My favorite part was when, like, the third time, when we were like, all right, we're gonna lure them into another trap. Salem, like, audibly was like,
So, Lucas was saying that one of his favorite times was when we were all right. For the third time, we're going to lure them in. I was like, we have, let me see, 3, 6, 7 dice, right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I got them all on the couch.
Well, y'all have a good rest of the evening. Love
Yeah, that was a
you.
lot of
Love you,
fun.
boys.
Love y'all.
Signing
All
off. Bye bye.
Bye. He's also not that